They got some good caramelization on them. That cheese crisp is everything. You wanna have something at that table that's gonna make them say, wow, I think this is it. Hey everyone, it's Takia. So we all know TikTok has become the hub for viral food trends. These recipes look like they're quick, they look like they're easy, and they even look like they taste good. But is that true? So today I'll be making a 3-course dinner using viral recipes I found on TikTok. And I'll be judging them according to taste, difficulty level, and the time it takes to cook. Let's see what you got, TikTok. So every 3-course meal begins with an appetizer. And today we'll be making TikTok's smashed Brussels sprouts. Personally, I think Brussels sprouts are terrible. Let's see if this trend is what I've been missing. So we're gonna start with a pot of salted boiling water, and we're just gonna add our Brussels to them. So we have about 1 pound of Brussels sprouts here, and we're pretty much just gonna boil these for about 8 to 10 minutes until they're bright green and tender. And they look great. We are gonna add these to a baking sheet lined with paper towel just to blot them dry so that when we put them in the oven, they roast and they don't steam. So we wanna get off all of that extra moisture. We'll blot these dry and then we'll transfer them to a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now we're gonna start to season our Brussels sprouts. We have some olive oil here that we're gonna drizzle over. We also have some salt, some red pepper flakes for a little bit of heat, and some garlic powder. Toss these together so they're nice and coated. I mean, these actually look kind of good, I won't lie. I think they are headed in the right direction. Now we're gonna smash them. You can use a glass cup, a canned good, anything heavy. We're just gonna apply some pressure. It looked so much easier in the TikTok videos. Why aren't these smashing? So let's try to smash this little guy. That looks pretty good. So I'm gonna try a little bit of a different strategy with the rest of them. And I'm gonna use this cup to smash. Hopefully this will work. All right, you know, I think I'm being a little too gentle here. I would make these, you know, just for fun, just to relieve some tension. So now we're gonna put these in the oven at 425 and let them roast for about 15 minutes before adding our finishing touches. So our Brussels are out of the oven and they look delicious. It's time for the best part, the cheese. We're using Parmesan here and we're just gonna go crazy with it. All right, so these look amazing. They're nice and cheesy, just like I like them. We're gonna bake these for 3 to 5 minutes until they're crispy, melty, and hopefully delicious. All right, so here are our finished Brussels sprouts. We have a smoky yogurt dip to serve it with. Just Greek yogurt, some garlic, paprika, salt, lemon juice, and a little bit of water to loosen it up. I think these look amazing. They're crispy, that cheese just looks so delicious. Let's try it. I'm pleasantly surprised. They're super tender, but there's that crisp from the cheese. So for taste on these, I'll do an A-. Difficulty, these were super easy to make. Time, we literally made this dish in under 30 minutes. All right, TikTok, you're off to a good start. Let's see what else you got. So moving on to our entree, we'll be making honeycomb pasta. And I know you guys have seen this trend all over TikTok where they take rigatoni noodles, you line them up in a spring pan, you fill them with cheese, and you top it with more cheese, and you bake it in the oven. We'll be doing our own version of that today with vodka sauce. We have some olive oil in a pan heating up, and we're gonna add in some pancetta. And we're just gonna saute this until it is crispy. So it should take about 3 to 4 minutes. So all that fat has rendered out and it smells so good in here. So we're now gonna add in some diced onion and let that saute and soften with that pancetta. So we'll let this go for another 3 to 5 minutes until the onions are softened and translucent. All right, so this looks beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and add some garlic, red pepper flakes. So the reason we wanna add the red pepper flakes in now is because it'll have a chance to bloom in the oil and infuse the sauce with spiciness rather than having pockets of spicy flavor. Just about 30 seconds. And then we'll go ahead and add our vodka. Woo! Cook this until it is mostly evaporated. And if you don't have vodka, feel free to skip it. It'll still be a delicious sauce. So it looks like our vodka has evaporated pretty nicely. Add in some crushed tomatoes, heavy cream. Stir this and let it simmer for about 10 minutes until thickened. So while that's cooking, let's make our filling. I've seen this recipe done a bunch of different ways, and today we've decided to fill our rigatoni with ricotta. So we have some ricotta here and some mozzarella cheese. We also have some Parmesan cheese, some garlic powder, dried basil, and some salt. We're gonna mix this all together, and that'll be our filling. Our ricotta mixture is a little firm, as you can see, and we did that intentionally because we want it to stay inside of the rigatoni and not seep out when it bakes. Our ricotta filling is made, so now it's time to assemble this whole dish. We're gonna start with a cup of our vodka sauce and put that on the bottom of the springform pan. We'll just evenly coat it. Now for our rigatoni. We've cooked these al dente, so we'll line our springform pan with the rigatoni until it's completely full. These are stuck together, so that helps. I'm just concerned about whether it's gonna stay standing once we remove it from the springform. Hopefully it doesn't just like melt into a pile of pasta. All right, we're getting there. I will say it is pretty, and I guess that's what TikTok's all about, like making aesthetically pleasing dishes. I did it! All right, let's start piping. We'll fit our tip into the rigatoni and slowly squeeze in some of that filling. Only 50 more to go. Whoever made this recipe had some time on their hands. So we have our last couple rigatoni. We finally finished filling our pasta. We're gonna pour the rest of our homemade vodka sauce onto the top. We'll spread that all over. Okay. We'll finish this off with some fresh torn mozzarella cheese. And I will say this smells amazing right now. All right, we're gonna go place this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until it's heated through, and then see if it was worth all of the fuss. So our honeycomb pasta is out of the oven. We let it cool for about 20 to 30 minutes to let it set a little better. And now for the moment of truth. Let's see if she stands. She's standing. Wow, like this is actually very pretty. It's very aesthetically pleasing. Adding some fresh torn basil on top. And there she is, our honeycomb pasta. Let's cut into this and see if it tastes good. I think it'll stay together. I think it's gonna stay. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, we got something. Yeah, I do think it was pretty difficult to plate, and you lose a lot of the hard work you put in by plating it because it kind of just falls apart. Let's hope the taste is there. All right, here goes nothing. Make sure I get some of that rigatoni. Got that ricotta kind of shooting out, which is nice. It's definitely good, like solid pasta dish for sure. But I don't think it's anything special. It tastes the same if you mixed it in a pot. As far as taste, definitely give this an A. I think it was delicious. Difficulty and time, an F. It took too long. I'm not sure if it's worth it. We have one more dish to make, and that is dessert. So let's do it. Today we're gonna be making a creme brulee. And the cool thing about this recipe is it's only 3 ingredients. One of the ingredients is ice cream. So we're gonna be using butter pecan ice cream today to make our creme brulee. So we'll put about 1/2 of a cup into a bowl, and then we'll just melt this in the microwave. Our ice cream is melted. Now we're gonna add 1 egg yolk, and we'll whisk that until it's combined. And that is our creme brulee batter. It's literally just that. So we're gonna transfer this to a ramekin that we have inside of a baking dish. Just pour that in. And now we're gonna fill this dish with some hot water, just halfway up the side of the ramekin. We're gonna bake this in the oven at 325 for about 25 minutes until it's set, but still a little bit jiggly. Then we're gonna chill it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. So our creme brulee has been baked and it's chilled for 2 hours. And look at it. It actually looks like a creme brulee. I'm pretty shocked. This was ice cream and an egg yolk. So now, what's a creme brulee without that crunchy sugar top? We are gonna go ahead and add some sugar to the top of this creme brulee and torch it. We actually can't do this in studio. So now we're gonna take this outside and finish it up. We're back in the studio, and now we're gonna finish this up with our garnishes. I'm just gonna pipe some little dollops of whipped cream on here. And we're also gonna garnish with some candied pecans. So I'll just sprinkle those around. You can hear that sugar. And there it is, our beautiful 3-ingredient butter pecan creme brulee. Hear that sugar. Ooh. It does look like creme brulee. So taste, I think it was pretty close to a traditional creme brulee, but not quite there, so B+. Difficulty level, super easy to make, so A for that. Time, it did take about 2 hours for it to chill. I might give it like a D. It just took too long. So we just got done making a 3-course meal using only TikTok-inspired recipes. Overall, I did learn some pretty cool hacks, and I will try a couple of these again. If there are any other TikTok recipes you want us to try, let us know in the comments and we will. Thanks for watching.